It was Jared, co-host. We were trying to
Hmm.
call you to be a guest, so
Fantastic.
it did not work out. We'll put you on the second show then.
Why did the show fail without the guest?
Well, I mean, it's always nice to have a guest, right?
Guests are nice.
That's yeah. So I'm gonna try to add. Wait, let's see if I add Jared. If we could do this right now. No, because then it'll stop recording.
If you had a three-way?
Yeah, I haven't had a three-way since I was, anyways. But
Yeah, but bet you haven't had a three-way podcast yet.
no, I don't know how to do it. Like I don't know how to do that kind of stuff, right? Like we just created the podcast less than an hour ago, and is already get calls from Sony and stuff like that.
Microsoft shut you down?
No, Gates is on board, but he wanted something to do with climate change. I don't know.
Shit, but you remember that Simpson episode, right?
Homer's
Homer's working from home and he gets the computer and he invents his own company and they're like, so what does your company do? And he's like, super ultra fast, blah, blah, blah. And they just fucking break everything.
Yeah. Good episode. But anyways, hey, man, it's nice to see you. I'm glad you're on the show.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Like, I followed your stuff for a little bit.
Have you?
Like,
I got 500 views.
Well, I'm an avid fan of Pokemon Go. And
you are? Okay.
News from Elon Musk.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing. Yeah,
yeah, so it's a great combination. Yeah, it's like nuts and gum. Finally together at last.
Yeah, it's like shoes and shoelaces.
It's
they all tie together somehow. Yeah.
And he's like, is this Homer again? He's like Abe is like, I'm old. Nobody listens to me. Lisa's like, I'm young. No one's listening to me. Homer's like, I'm in age 20 to 45. Everyone listens to my ideas, no matter how stupid they are. Nuts and guns together at last.
Sorry. Keys are right here. I know it.
You're so funny.
I'm just doing a podcast. It's no big deal. Yeah, it's all right. I have to pee,
so why not?
I'm going to pee out here. So, yeah, you're good? Okay. All right. Anyways, what's up? Yeah, nothing dumb. Yeah, don't fucking,
So what are we doing on the show today?
Oh, no, I know. We're going to laugh for a second about The Simpsons because it was...
yeah, memory lane. I grew up watching that show.
Yeah, no, I was...
With my family.
The thing, it's funny you say, like, because I remember I grew up, right, and my dad, he's like...
Homer's so stupid. How could he be so... I already know this one.
You know the story. You've been around. He's so stupid. He laughs his head off. But it goes generational, like, right from top to bottom. But, like, I'm between that age. I can't do anything wrong. And it's like, fuck. If only that was true today, that would be nice.
No, but the idea, it still is.
I don't know. You think so?
We're the ones with incomes to buy shit.
That's true.
Like, you guys have marketed to the people who can buy shit.
Or you got like a younger generation that like doesn't work because they're, life's whatever, shit happens.
They feel like they'll never get anything.
Yeah, but I get that. But like,
oh sure, be hard.
But, like, yeah, for sure. So then you got the generation that is giving them the money in order to fuel the economy. So those are the people you got to target, right? Those are the ones that, like, it's kind of ironic because, like, we have a generation of our parents who are like, oh, like, we look at them like, you guys work too long, you work too hard, right?
Mm-hmm. Like, those little shits don't work at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is what you want.
But now that we're in the age 20 to 40, we work just perfect.
Yeah. Now we're great. Now we're awesome.
We're yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. It's all full circle. Yeah. I was talking to Jared earlier. I was saying, like, you ever wonder if you were 12, and actually this works. We brought you up, because of hook penises and whatever. So like, if you're 12 feet tall, would you look down on someone?
Yes.
Okay, that's okay. Physically, yes, but would you look down on them as like you're better than them because you're 12 feet?
No. So like, what is this society based on how tall you are? Then maybe. Like, come on.
No, I mean like because you're better, like you're bigger, you're stronger, you're taller.
Yeah. Well, what if the society is shaped around being a little person? And that's what
True.
they.
Yeah, if we all lived in trees and we were nymphs and elves and shit. Good
All the
point.
cars are small.
Good
Doors
point.
are
You live in
small.
England. Yeah, you live in England versus living like
Breaking
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, no,
Then I
good
don't
point.
think.
Well, because my
it's
because
supposed to be by the society.
my argument to it was like, what if you got a 7-inch cock, great. 6 inches, awesome, that works. But what if you got like a fucking 3-inch or 5-inch dick, but it's hooked and it hits the G spot every time? Who's better? The 7-inch guy who doesn't know how to use
Different
it?
holes, man.
Well, I hope so. You're using the right hole. You don't want to get bacteria and stuff.
No, but I mean like different shapes.
But no, right? Everyone, exactly. Yeah, yeah. It's what it goes back to. It goes back to kindergarten. Circle, like the whole, like a circle goes in a circle and a square goes in a square. You can't put the triangle in the square hole in that little game.
No, it's a fundamentally bad idea.
Right?
Just fundamentally not working concept.
Exactly. Well,
The old square peg round hole trick.
Square peg round hole.
Which we often try.
Well, I think that's what anal's called, but whatever.
Yeah, like I don't want to try any of these sex ideas.
I digress. So we're moving on here. We're moving on to the topic at hand. I haven't made it up yet, but when I do, it'll be good. But no, seriously, real talk. So I was wondering. Do you think that we can create a video game for pedophiles? Oh shit! I didn't introduce you correctly. Yeah. Hey, this is Sean, baby. He's on the
This
podcast.
is gross, man. Why would you even bring that
No,
up?
hold on. This is Sean, baby, on the podcast called Canceled. That's what the
Not
podcast.
canceled. It's called Arrested and fucking Rated.
No, that's Arrested Development. Completely different show. No, this is called Canceled. So they have this thing out, okay, where they were going to create sex dolls for pedophiles so that they don't get the urges to actually go out and be a pedophile. It's fucking disgusting. It's ridiculous.
Yes,
So,
this is like a psyop thing going on.
there is, yeah,
Where they're like they're humanizing it.
yes,
So when the fallout comes in the future, because the fallout's coming,
they will.
they'll be leaned on, like a little grace will be given to them or a little leniency.
Absolutely.
So they're just changing the laws ahead of time before the fallout.
It's ridiculous. And I hope that this psyop, with new government changes and regime, whatever, the psyop kind of like falls. It doesn't happen. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, like they're all going in the background, but they're becoming very transparent, and then they'll.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Once enough transparency comes around, then people just will not accept it.
Exactly.
They accept it because they accept it as an unseen thing they can't see. But when it's in your house, you're like, ugh. No.
Yeah. Well, okay, so about the pedophile thing. So I saw Jared, and I was like, well, there's the other thing where they want to make sex dolls, right? Of little boys for them so they don't do the thing, right? Well, then Jared was telling me about how...
That's so inhumane.
It's fucked up. It's fucked up.
Yeah. Sure.
Jared was telling me something more fucked up. That, like, they have this thing where it's a VR program, and I heard about it, too, where they go to have sex with little boys, and if they get an erection, they stay in jail. If they don't, they go home.
That's fucked.
I think it's a great idea. They're missing one factor.
No, dude, it's still too close to the Born Identity or whatever it was.
Okay. Well, I was going to say, you're missing one factor. You just murder them. You just kill them.
Predictive crime.
Like, if they get an erection, you kill... Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, I haven't watched that movie in a long time. Shit. That's actually
Yeah,
a
it was
really
like,
good point.
yeah,
Damn. I was just
you
gonna say
know,
you just kill him, but then that's exactly what you're saying, and that's predictable. Yeah, damn. Shit.
I'm not sure. At the least go to jail for a long time to
All right. All right.
evaluate their life choices.
Damn. Yeah. No, fuck. That's Born Identity on its own. Yeah. Damn.
It's like, cause in all honesty, I believe in our own future, we're going to see all these stories coming to light,
Yep.
and we're
Great.
eventually going to, since it's all us in another context, we're going to have to forgive these people for playing the hard part. Like
But we
that is a
don't. Oh.
no, like
You just made me tired. Jesus Christ.
there's penance and stuff, but
I suppose. Yeah. But anyway, let's talk about something more cheerful. So, remember that episode of The Simpsons? Okay, we'll back up. Remember how, like, you were so excited for the couch part?
we all were.
And it would be a repeat sometimes? And you were still excited for it?
Yeah,
You're
you're
like,
trying to guess
oh,
it.
I know this one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I
You're
know
like,
this one.
because you knew it was going to be a rerun, so
Yeah.
you're like, it's just going to be the elephant gig again.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's what we're living in right now. Oh, I know what's going to happen. And then you just
Just random event generator
but
based on probability of our projections of our expectations.
yeah, it's sad. It's sad and it's confusing and it's surprising, but it's also a letdown because you already know what's going to happen, and then it happens. And you're like, shit, right?
Yeah, hopefully we get into the love communication stream. No, that's not how I want to word it. Where just the projected events that we can predict are just fucking awesome, and they just keep being awesome. Like you're just in a stream of awesome.
That'd be nice, hey, if we get there.
Which still some little ups and boos, but not just the real kick in the nuts one that just sets you back for a long time.
Well, I think
life will get boring if it's too plain.
Interesting you say that. Okay, so I was gonna say if we have like Neuralink and we're all linked up, right, per se.
Okay, but I would like to go a route without the technological route.
Oh, okay. Well, I was using that as a sense that we all know each other's thoughts and feelings and whatever, so we all understand each other, but then it becomes boring.
Yeah,
right?
So we got into this divergent thought a while, last time, which I'd rather, where it's like, even, because you say Neuralink, I still have the imagination of it in our minds because our bodies are already natural computers.
I agree.
And they could do this. So if I could just imagine you in my head and just create, I could see this interface where I'm like, call Mike Regular, next thing you know, we're having this telepathic conversation in our head, or we're like, hey, you want to actually talk? And we're like, sure.
But do you think?
And then we actually talk and hear it.
But do you think Neuralink would be the link to that? But do you think that we could do that?
We need to add more options to it.
At a biological level. Like
we're already doing it. It's just the toggle's turned off. There's a hardware setting deep within us, and the setting is off.
Do you think that we could
with a prerequisite waiting to a certain point to turn it on?
So how long do you think it would take to achieve that type of oneness
for the whole? Because that's
for everyone, yeah, whole thing, yeah.
That changed because I would still like lock sets in between so we can have our private lives and our individualism.
Oh.
But you could share, let's say, it's a computer in your hard drive, and you can still share that with your friends or family.
Interesting.
You want to be like, okay, here, show them this traumatic event that happened in my life.
But then you have hackers.
Well, this is why
your brain.
This is why you need essentially who's running the operating system.
Okay, all right.
Once you realize,
what about quantum computing and AI? Quantum computing takes over, and there's no more privacy and whatnot. So
that's the thing about quantum computing is all you need is another quantum computed
to compute the computer
encrypted key. Like you just need a logarithmic scale of encrypted
yes,
key.
I agree, but you can't have that on your phone. But you can't have that on your phone. You know what I mean?
Why not?
We're not there yet. We're that's my point. We're ways away from being to that point. We're at the point where we need nuclear
Like
plants in order
if
to power
if
a quantum
you
computer.
if
And
you
that
study
computer could
math,
hack. That computer could hack every phone on the planet in seconds or minutes or whatever. So our privacy is going to go away. So,
right, right, but
but it's a good thing.
leading to the point. No, I don't think so. But leading to the
Okay.
point that I was getting to is this might sound a little far out, but seeing as the Earth as our mediator in that framework, because essentially you can build
All
up to
right,
seeing
sorry.
the
Back
Earth
up.
as
Back
a
up.
sentient.
I zoned out. You got to back up because sounds. Yeah, back up. Just start over.
Okay,
Back.
so just looking. Eventually, we can look at the Earth as our mediator between things, and
Okay.
looking at it as a sentient consciousness, but it's
Bear with this.
actually a giant computer.
Right. Well, and that kind
Like
of goes.
there is electric circuits traveling from
Right.
every person to every person, from every
Right.
rock to every rock,
Yeah.
and it's basically, and as more energy comes into the Earth
Yeah.
from our sun into the planet, and like lightning strikes our planet, it literally goes
Changes
in
things.
and it literally, if you have enough strong enough charge or like an earthquake, it can instantly change rocks into other rocks and just change the circuitry. This is
Well,
a
yeah,
giant
that's like
computer.
microplastics, right? Like this microplastic thing. So like if you drop a lid into the ocean, like off a water bottle, okay, it might float, right? It will float, so it'll just be a lid. But if you drop a water bottle, right, into the ocean, it will then fill up with water eventually, fall to the bottom of the ocean or current or whatever, and get grinded against other bits of plastic, and then
hmm
become a microplastic. And that's
And further on, it would become a mineral.
and then it becomes essentially or part of minerals, and then we drink it or use it or whatever. So like that's one of those things. Like everything works within its own. Like it's all we
Which
all everything works.
which is really cool. Like just in Chinese medicine, we got
Very
three
cool.
types of rocks. Like we have igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic.
That's
And it's
not
just cool.
that's not Chinese medicine. That's just
No, but when you
geology.
see them in the Trinity and how they work, it's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But the cool part is like you have these ones that come out of the earth, and then they end up back in the ocean as sediment, and then the sediment pushes them and compacts them back into the earth. And what's
Okay.
cool is some of the rocks only become these new rocks when like they have to come out of the earth, they have to combine with all the
To go
sediment,
back
and
into
they have
the
to
earth, to
get
come
pushed
back out
back
of the
in,
earth.
and
Yeah.
then they become a special thing from that whole birth and rebirth process.
So it's interesting you say that. Like I was thinking this earlier. I was like we just got this thing at work where whatever it's called, like accidental death insurance, right? So like Valerie would get some money if I died,
hmm
and I was thinking about it. I was like, well, like if I died, I'm dead. Does she care at that point? And then I was like, okay, yeah, she cares. Blah 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 blah. Well, good. Okay, she'll figure it out. She'll get it. But then what I was thinking was like, because my buddy was like, oh yeah. I'm like, honestly, I'm like, fuck. She's already dealt with this before, so he's like, oh, it takes quite some time to get the money. I'm like, no, she'd probably have me buried. I'm like, well, in the ground. I'm like, well, burnt. I'm like, well, I don't want that either. I'm like, he looks at me cockeyed. I'm like, she'd have it all figured out before it even needs to be a problem. Like that, she would want it done. I'm like, but I just want you to know, I don't want to be burnt. I don't want to be buried. I want to be taken to the bush. I want wolves to eat me, shit me out, or deer or whatever, other things that I eat. You know what I mean? Like ideally, take me to a farm with cows, but they're
Yeah.
herbivores, so I don't work. Is that right, herbivores? You know what I mean? But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather become back part of the earth
So
and
you're
be.
talking about how you
I
want to
want
go
to
to
be
pasture
fertilizer.
and
I
you're
want
gonna
to be
take.
fertilizer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to go. I want to go to pasture. Yeah, like the old saying, right? Not like go to pasture as in go to a fucking old folks home. No, I want to be taken to the bush whether I'm dead
Yeah.
or not, and left for dead, and
Well,
then just eaten by the animals, and then
well,
their excrement will
decomposition
help.
aside,
Yeah.
let's pull this back because I still want to discuss some of those core concepts.
Okay.
Just between the neural link
Right.
and biological technology,
Right.
as well as just how we want the interface to be. Because we've
Right.
already established that we don't want this unified oneness principle where we become the Borg. We just all
Right.
become one entity. We want to maintain our separate entities, and what do you want out of the interface?
Well,
Like, what
but
do you want to do?
I want everything to work. I want everyone to be able to be linked and happy and whatever before things go shit, before things go south, right? And if it takes Neuralink to do that, technology to do it, I would prefer a biological. Like I know I'm linked to the world in certain ways, but like
Sure, I get it.
I'd
Technology is
rather
always complicated.
if that's the answer to make it happen quicker before technology does take over, I will take that option. Is what I'm saying.
I understand. This is very
Yeah.
philosophical question.
Well, it's actually going to be a real question soon enough. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, sure, sure.
We're getting close to it.
Because one thing I would like, well, this is actually another thing, but one of my friends talks about moving into a universe where our currency is our experiences instead of
Mm-hmm.
actually cash.
That's hilarious.
Literally
You realize
save my
you realize you're talking about trades. Like like
yeah, really.
I'll give you this pelt for that piece of meat. Or
Yeah, but even your story. Like you sit around the campfire and
I'll tell
you
you how
tell
to
that
get
story
to California if you tell me how I get across the sea.
or make me a burrito.
Or a burrito. Yeah, burritos are good. Yeah, for sure.
I'm kind of hungry right now.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. But no, that's what
Yeah.
you're talking about, right? Like it's like trade, so it's like give and take,
Well,
right?
well, more things I want in the interface. I want to be able to interface with all creeds and different types of people and species.
Okay.
I want to be able to communicate.
Okay, I have a question with that because this is what I was trying to say earlier. Is like I think we've talked about this. Like, there's a plant out there that gives off a spore to tell other plants of its own species that there is a like predator in the area. So
Yep.
don't give this spore off.
Yeah, lots of
Basically,
trees do stuff like
yeah.
that.
So
They'll start pumping out poison,
or that,
in the
yeah.
collective consciousness of trees, so they can protect themselves.
Right. So you want us all to link up. Can we? Is my question.
Well, we just get in there, even if definitely, anything, absolutely everything and anything is possible. It's the nature
Sure.
of how we want to enjoy the experience. Let's say you can look at the world as a launch point within a timeline nexus point, where the Earth is kind of like a stem cell. It's an undifferentiated stem cell, which is still part of whatever organism it's from, but it's ready to go off in any fucking direction it wants.
Right.
And that's where we're at. We just have to define what we are going to be. Like what our I amness is going to be.
But like
or
what
we
if
are,
what
I
if
suppose.
what if there's good and bad in the world, right? Evil and whatnot.
Yep.
So if we become collective, let's just say evil won't collectively take over.
Sure. That's just expanding the storybook a little bit. Because that's saying, let's say, we're basically saying the Earth as an allegorical atom is in a neutral state. But there's other sentient consciousnesses or other groups of consciousness that are still in positive and negative. So they still are destructive and constructive forces acting upon it.
Right.
And I don't know how that story would play out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's complex, and it's something that a higher being of ourselves or energy or whatever would ideally navigate for us or navigate us in the right direction in order to do it right.
Yeah, it just be kind of like our higher selves have this collective mayor that's moving the chips and kind of doing our own little, orchestrating our will for us.
Yeah. Or allowing us to make the right decisions and nudging us in the right direction. Whatever
Oh
maybe.
yeah, well we certainly got to come together as a world.
Yeah.
Which
Well, definitely do. There's no doubt about that. Like, I don't think that's up for argument.
Did you catch the the Stargate project now?
No.
That was the next Trump thing.
Okay.
They're just investing $500 billion in AI infrastructure.
Okay.
Like servers and investments.
Okay.
And just kind of exciting.
Is it head by like Elon or like what?
Bunch of different, like OpenAI, Elon. There's going to be different players,
Okay.
but they're still like got this race going on. It seems like.
Oh,
but
it's definitely a race.
Openly talking about solving medical diseases,
etc. I hope that happens. I really do.
Right, man.
Like,
dude,
no, because think of that. There's that ibogaine, right? If we were to use ibogaine.
Did you watch that podcast?
Yeah, man.
Did that not get you right in the bones?
In the heart and everything, yeah.
Heart bone, yeah, especially like the guy from, was it Missouri or?
Yeah, Missouri or Georgia, one of the, I forget. Or is there one, I don't know.
Damn, yeah. That guy was fantastic.
Oh, it was, like, the accent was hard to listen to, but, like, other than that, it was like, his state didn't want to do it, so he went to this state, and that state will. But at the very, very end, he goes, I will still hope my state will come, and we will allow to be part of this. I was like, man, that's fucking awesome. It's awesome.
It was super. I wrote, because I always make these invocations that I write and read out loud. And I used that one just to work with the spirit of the ibogaine, just to I put in the chat GPT and get certain like little answers out of it. And it was fun. It's just beautiful.
I hope
and just the story of that is just the story of like everything working out for a reason.
Yeah.
And that's going to just, it's so beautiful to see an outcome for the like opiate / synthetic medical industry.
It's just more about like research and everything else. Like, if it can happen, let's make it happen. Like,
yeah.
Like, and if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. But you don't know unless you try.
Well, you don't know unless
somebody
the
does
corruption
the
within the FDA is exposed by Robert Kennedy Jr. and they allow these things to actually happen in a due process of events. Which I think is also happening more and more.
So we have that in
more
Canada.
And more stuff like that.
In Canada, we can do all that. I was saying this to Val. I was like, I'm like, because they're opening this up, states, 40 million funding, just that, and then they'll match it at 80 million funding.
But I would say Canada is almost even a bit harder than the States.
No, I'm
kind of making that up.
No, we can do that.
It's already open.
No,
but I mean money-wise.
That's what I was getting at. We can do it. It's just we don't have the amount of funds and resources to do it.
I don't think this is going to happen, but those fuckers they're trying to regulate mineral or like vitamins and supplements in Canada. Because they want the money on it. They want to be able to patent simple stuff that is just like a basic constituent.
So I get my colonoscopy on Monday. I just went and bought my colonoscopy pill or powder that I mix in a drink and then shit for 4 days.
Psyllium husk?
Or 2 days, sorry. What?
Is it psyllium husk?
I don't know. I don't know. That's upstairs. Can't tell you. But anyways, my point is like, I paid $78 for it. Right? And the colonoscopy, it's been all over the news and shit, or was, that people under, like, around 40 should be getting it instead of 50. It makes you wonder. It's
the stuff in the food. Food is degenerated so bad.
I'll say something, too, here, bro. It's important. I would not be getting it if I didn't have other bowel issues, right?
Of course. No one fucking investigates their asshole if they're feeling okay.
No, you do it for fun, right?
Yeah.
You get it for
No,
fun,
no,
man.
for sure, but like, it's
It's
yeah.
fun. But no, but you know what I mean. Like,
No, I
I'm
understand.
also getting a scope down my throat. Like we're trying to figure out what's going on, right? Why I'm having issues, and otherwise I wouldn't fucking do it because, like, yeah, fucking, if I feel good, I feel good. I don't feel good, so that's that. But like, yeah, I'm just like thinking like $75, whatever it was, and then they're advocating for having it for every 40-year-old instead of 50-year-old. Makes you wonder. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't wonder anymore.
I got
I know. It's
yeah,
just, then you got the whole 10 years demographic that's increasing. It's like,
money, money,
it's like,
money, 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 money,
it's
money.
like
That's the
in my
point.
business, I'm just like, you know what? I want you guys and you guys to come in too. Of course you want them to come in too.
Yeah. But
This
okay,
is how you make
all
your
right.
fucking living.
So I'm walking home from the colonoscopy, and I'm trying to find some beer because I'm allowed to have beer, and I'm like, so I walk. There's a bar, but I can't see a quickie mart or nothing like that, and so I call the bar. Miss Lee picks up the bartender, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm like, you guys have off sale." What? I'm like, off. We have White Russians. I'm like, no, no, off sale. Like, do you guys sell liquor that I can take home with me, or beers, like a 6-pack? Yeah, but you're gonna pay bar prices, so why don't you go to the mini mart around the corner? I'm like, you have one around the corner? She's like, yeah. I'm like, she's like, where are you? I'm like, I'm out front. Don't laugh at me. I'm calling you, please. Don't. I'm gonna hide behind a car. Like, and she's like, yeah, it's around the other side of the building. I'm like, oh. So yeah, it's literally on the corner. It's called a corner store. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, well, that's good. I'm like, well, sweet. You know,
Mm-hmm.
at least Joe's not in power. Well, you should thank him because at least now you have corner store beers. I'm like,
They really are
mm.
everywhere.
I'm like, no, that's Doug Ford. What did you get?
Well,
$4 today. I'm like,
it's
$4.
fascinating how much of that. It's interesting when they turn things into topics.
Yeah.
Like that certainly got turned into a topic,
Well,
which is funny. Like
but my
it's
point
quite
was
simple,
is
but that
that
was a
Well, my point was is that that lady who works at the bar could have said, "No, you don't. If you want to have a beer, come on in." And said, "No, it's around the corner. Go over there." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Meanwhile, you have to get a colonoscopy apparently at 40. You gotta do this, you gotta do that, and then money, 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 money.
well. It's tight. Yeah, sure.
You know what
Like
I'm
it's tough because it's almost like a little bit more like if the person. I don't really know where it might be. There might be one on the corner, but we got it for sure.
No, she didn't do that. She was like, "No, it'd be
No.
cheaper for you to go over here." And I
Yeah.
appreciate that. I wanted to go in there
Well,
and give her a
duh.
tip. You know,
Sure.
not a tip my dick, but like, you know what I'm
They
saying?
wanted to go on full crazy person.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I was already crazy, so I was already feeling crazy. I was like, I don't want to go full crazy. But anyways, man, it's been good talking to you. I want to watch Shaq the Reacher and go full
Nice.
homo.
Good show.
Yeah, I'm gonna go full homo and marry him. It's gonna be a
Well,
devastating divorce for Val,
yeah.
but yeah, but
Well, anyway, so it's good talking. You guys can reach me at myinfinitehealth.ca.
my
I got some
yeah.
infocations up there, and I'm gonna upload some more videos
All
soon.
right, do you want to do it again?
Sure, I'd
My
love to be on again. Just
no,
reach out.
no, I'm saying you want to say that again.
Oh, sure. Just if anyone wants to get a hold of my material, you can go to myinfinitehealth.ca,
All
where
right, I
I
love it.
just uploaded some invocations, and I'm going to add some more
Right on.
videos and hopefully courses and etc. Sign up for my newsletter.
Right on, man. All right, I love it. All right, well, we'll talk to you later, eh?
All right, well, take care.
All right, keep her easy, lemon squeezy.
Bye.
That's my catchphrase now. Okay.